Welcome to FOH. This week we're doing a side-by-side review comparison of the Montecristo Petit Edmundo v the Romeo and Julieta Petit Churchill. Two cigars which no doubt form the mainstay.
Nothing petite about this. I saw them in the plastic bag when they arrived. I thought he'd broken them on the way in.
That's great. It's a beautiful looking cigar.
I feel frustrated.
I know already.
I feel frustrated.
I know, but you've got to put yourself in the minds of people with real jobs.
Why?
Who have to go.
Why do I
who
have to
only
do that?
have 40 minutes for a cigar, not the entire day.
Well, what's the point?
Well, let's pretend there is a point.
Okay.
I think that's what we've got to put our mind to it, right? You've got to focus and pretend there is a point to cigars that size. Is it a good cigar at that size? And we're going to see which is the best of the cigars that are two put up today. First of all, Montecristo Petit Edmundo, which OPE Enero 14 is the code for that. So, and I think the other one is LAS June 14.
You made both of those up.
No, I didn't. I had a piece of paper over here actually. Oh, dead set, spot on.
You made that up.
So, first of all, the first thing that comes apart is the wrapper on these is magnificent.
They certainly look
Stunningly,
I mean, this
stunningly
one,
good wrapper.
I'm assuming the black smudges and things are supposed to be there.
It's called oil, you idiot.
That's oil?
That's oil.
Seriously?
That's dead set oil. That's oil on the left.
A black smudge. I suppose it does look like like something under the car. Oh, I'm looking forward to this. I gave up working for an afternoon for this.
We're going to line up and we're going to start. And you're going to be thrilled with the cigar. You know why? Because I think it's one of the most popular cigars we sell. It's the Montecristo Petit Edmundo.
You think it is? Don't you know your own figures?
I'm in the top four. Top four. Thousands of people out there just like
Dee does all the work, doesn't she?
I've got no idea who buys what. Nothing.
You only turn up twice a week to collect the cheque.
Back shortly.
Possibly not.
Halfway point of the Montecristo Petit Edmundo from 2014. We got two different cigars. There's still two different cigars, Ken, because mine's all chocolatey and as I always expected. You don't like yours?
Not particularly. We can't do the normal 1/3 tooth. If you take two puffs, have a review. Take two puffs, have a review.
You really?
Mine started very bitter, almost a sort of a burnt almond character. That's largely gone, but it's now. I'm still getting. It's quite a full-bodied, but not necessarily in a terrific way. It's.
You getting sweet notes out of there at all? No sweet notes. I have
not got a sweet note at any stage at all.
You're averse to tasting other people's cigars.
Well, you taught me that in the early days.
But I'd like you to try that. Just try that, and just let me see how different a cigar that is. Just try it.
Check to make sure they were the same. Utterly different.
See, you notice the sweetness in that?
You want to have a crack at that?
Yeah, just have a crack at that.
Yeah. Much sweet. That's got a coconut. Yours has got coconut.
Exactly right.
There's no coconut in that. That's got real coconut. Now you're not getting any coconut in that, are you?
It's a darker.
It's a very rich.
I am getting cocoa notes through it.
Yeah, but they're not.
Nothing like
exciting.
That.
No,
nothing like
they're
that.
not exciting at all. They're more sort of unbalanced to me.
Well, the purpose of that whole exercise, which is against the grain for me, but is that we're tasting the right things. We're just tasting them in different cigars, which are the same cigar, same box. People,
I sort of know what you mean,
box.
but to me, they're not. If these were blind.
You'd call that a different cigar, wouldn't you?
I would. Oh, that's extraordinary coconut.
It's beautiful.
I've never
that is a beautiful
seen
cigar.
as much coconut in a cigar in my
life.
life.
I'm saying this is a 96-point cigar for me.
Yeah, I'm not.
And yet I gave you, I mean, they're both beautiful cigars. I mean, wrapper-wise, are beautiful cigars. Everything that's a little bit...
There was no... it looked terrific. I mean...
but hey, it's yeah.
There's still a bitter note in it.
In that one there, yeah. And this one here, nothing at all. No. This is just sweet. It's beautiful sweetness. There you go. Hey, cigars. How do you go?
Yeah, terrific. Great.
We'll be back. We'll finish this up and we'll come back and do a summary on them before we hit the Romeo and Julieta.
There is
Petit
still
Churchill.
time for this to redeem itself.
And I think it's got all the elements to it. Don't get me wrong. I like the it's got far more depth to that cigar. It's a fuller bodied cigar, but right now it hasn't opened up anywhere near what this has.
No, it hasn't.
But it's quite remarkable, isn't it?
It's got a sort of a, and it's not subtle in any way. It's not. It's certainly none of that sweetness, none of that attractive flavours. This is almost like a not a grubby, but a firm earth.
Dusting of cocoa. That's it.
Oh, at best.
This one here is again coconut. It's got cocoa. It's got cream. It's just gorgeous. I couldn't ask for a better Montecristo Petit Edmundo. Then I don't think I've had a better Montecristo Petit Edmundo.
Well, I'm feeling good about this tasting.
Be back to you shortly.
Special.
Just wrapping up the Montecristo Petit Edmundo. I love mine. Mine was superb.
I had a moment.
A moment?
About 5 minutes ago, where suddenly I got a rush of all that lovely chocolate and a bit of coconut for about 2 puffs, and then it was gone. That's it. Otherwise, this has been a hard slog of fairly unpleasantness.
Amazing, isn't it? 2 cigars, same box. Mine's brilliant. Swap it around. Brilliant. Yep. Blah blah.
Yeah.
And it's welcome to Cuban cigars.
Bog average muck.
Bog average muck.
So did you take the open band off this?
It has got some flavour. But
In
so
the band?
you'd put that at 83, 84?
Oh, I was thinking probably about 85, 86.
I said mine's 94, 95.
And look, I'll be honest, I hate the size of these things, little
You
things.
do?
But in this case, that's a good thing, because you wouldn't want it any longer. You want to be over as soon as you could.
You've heard that many times.
Seriously?
All right, well, okay.
If we have a moment's silence, we'll be able to hear the ice cracking. Hi, Dee.
So what we're going to do is, we're going to start the Romeo and Julieta Petit Churchill.
Could you make sure I get the crap one for that too?
You can pick one. You can pick the one you want, right? You can pick the one you want. So because it's
SLRDC, that's what I want.
almost the same size. I think the Montecristo Petit Edmundo is 52 gauge by 110. The Petit Edmundo, the R&J Petit Churchill is 102 millimeters by 50 gauge. So they're almost the same.
Well, if
Meant for the same market.
I hope they're almost the same, only in size.
Find out. Let's find out. Because so many people, if anything, I'd say that is quickly becoming the most popular size in the world of cigars. True.
Popularity doesn't necessarily...
Fine. I'm not arguing the point, but I'm saying, give me a good Corona or Corona Extra any day.
Please give me one.
But
Please.
we need to go through this. I thoroughly enjoyed mine. You had yours. That's what we're here for. Same box.
Yeah, actually 85, 86 is freaking generous.
Done. So we'll be back to you.
You can
very,
even
very
smell.
shortly.
You can smell. It's just not a. Righto. Sorry. Okay. Can we move on?
We're moving on now. So, Ken, let's move on. I'll let you pick the cigar.
Are we still on?
Yeah, there, why not? Stay on.
Didn't want to say anything.
Stay on. There's no... I dropped mine before. Here we go.
I picked the cigars, but I've dropped one. Oh, lovely, lovely.
It's your deck. It must be pristine.
Absolutely.
Which one would you like? They both almost look
They're actually
identical.
shorter. And
One was 104 mil, one's 110 mil. Right? So, pick which one
they're
you'd
not the
like.
same length anyway.
Oh,
It's
for-
not, they're not.
For goodness sake.
They're not the
Okay.
same length.
Just beautiful wrappers again. Beautiful wrappers again.
There's not a lot in it, but that is longer and thinner.
Yeah, but any given box of cigars can have slightly different
No,
yarns.
but seriously.
Are you happy with that?
Well,
So
that remains to be seen.
Comment on the construction first and the wrapper, please.
It's nice. They've got that lovely little bit of red in it.
The Rosado.
Yeah.
I love it.
Yeah. No, look, there's nothing. It doesn't appear to be anything like the last one.
Initial thoughts, Ken?
It's not as bad as the last one. The last one started badly and never got better. This one's okay. It's a milder, more subtle, more sort of dried herbs.
Dried herbs.
Dried herbs.
Really?
Yeah, it's got that sort of leaf litter.
Leaf litter. There is a bit of cherry note
Cherry. Yeah.
there. Yeah, absolute cherry note there, which is what I look for in Romeo and Julieta. If you're not getting cherry out of Romeo and Julieta,
Cherry, stone fruit.
yeah,
So far, this is much better.
back shortly at the halfway point. Look forward to it.
Yeah, that'll be 3 puffs.
So Kenny, we're smoking now the LAS June 14 Romeo and Julieta Petit Churchill.
We are.
It's a fruit bomb.
It's a lovely, lovely cigar. I think it looks even better given the comparison, but even by itself, it's a lovely.
When it says comparison, talk about obviously the Montecristo Petit Edmundo, which I loved, he hated, but you had a dudder. I had a spectacular one, but this is completely different. This is all fresh fruit.
Yeah,
It is. It's just
it's
that
a stone fruit, but the cherry you talk about.
cherry,
Uh,
just on
It's a
medium
nice-
bodied.
Yeah, it's much more subtle than the previous one. It's started to drop a bit for me. The first half was certainly lovely. It's now just coming back a little bit. Whether still got
I
half to
get
go.
more
So
toasted tobacco now than I did before.
Yeah.
But that opening fruit blast for the first half of the cigar was superb.
it was lovely.
You know, I've been talking these up a little bit lately, only because I've been enjoying them. 40-minute
So
cigars.
much to sell.
Not really. We actually don't see too many of these. I actually put some PSPs up today of these, and I'm sure they'll go because you guys have actually cottoned on to how good these are.
They are. They're lovely.
But beautiful little cigars. Seriously good cigars. Just that vibrancy, that freshness of fruit, which I love in a cigar. If you took away the cherry, then they remind me very much of young St. Louis Ray Series.
Well, the stone fruit we talked about before.
Fruit, yeah.
That's what I was thinking. Sort of not as much as you get in the SLRDCs, but it's there.
It's there. It's beautiful. It's just refreshing cigar. It sounds silly to say refreshing cigar, but it certainly is.
It'll be an interesting one to see how it goes because as it ages, you can see this.
I wouldn't use it.
Well, the second half you can see improving. The first half, you wouldn't want it to lose that fruit.
No,
which
I'd
it
say
might.
these are 3 years down. So, mind you, mate, these are only 12 months old.
Yeah, I mean, that's the
So,
thing.
these are 12 months old. You just... Okay, 2018-19 is where I'd be smoking these.
Oh, yeah, these aren't for the long haul.
I don't think they're meant to be.
No, I
They're
suspect
not
that's
meant
right.
to be. They're not meant to be. They're meant to be... You just want something to hit the palate and just to hit those bells, which it does. And it does it really nicely. Loving it so far.
Yeah, no, I'm not unhappy with this.
Excellent. Thank you for that.
Be nicer for longer.
Longer. Yeah. I've said that before as well.
I mean,
but
this is a DC. Would be a
cracker cigar.
yeah.
Cracker cigar. Back to you when we finish it up.
See you in about 2 seconds.
Wrap this up, Kenny.
We have.
RyJ Petit Churchill. Oh, look. Little message.
You're right there.
Yeah, fine. I love this cigar.
Yeah, the first half was much better than the second half. They're almost like two different cigars.
Really? Two
Yeah,
different
very much.
cigars?
First
Evolution on the way through. I saw that.
Well, it was almost more of a revolution than evolution, transformation. That first half,
Fruity.
lovely, fruity, beautiful, expressive, thoroughly enjoyed. Second half was more of an average,
Toasted tobacco kicked in.
toasted, yeah.
Bit bitter for you?
Not bitter so much, it didn't have the highlights at all. But the first half certainly did. If you got one where that went right through, you'd have a
That's
beautiful
just
cigar.
time. That's just time.
Well, I think that's right. That's why I think a year or two, but I don't think I wouldn't be looking for much longer.
No. 2017-18 is where these things will kick in.
Other than that, it was thoroughly enjoyable.
92 for me.
Yeah, I mean, I would have certainly been 92, 93 first half, come back to 89-90 for the or 88-89 for the second half. So maybe about a 90 or 91.
I'm going to say thank you very much for putting yourself out for such short cigars. And I must say, it's not your normal type of cigar.
No, I wasn't warned. It wasn't. I think in future you're going to have to send through a list, and I'm going to have to approve it before you're allowed in.
No, it's not like that. But
You banging on the door, it might start.
so the Montecristo Medios is the next one.
Is that good?
Superb.
Okay, well, unfamiliar.
It's a very small cigar.
Oh, terrific. Seriously, you haven't got anything decent?
Yeah, and maybe something else.
Okay.
But overall, very, very good. Great afternoon again. Hope you enjoyed it. And we'll see you next week. You around next week?
Next week should be a good week.
Look, get something decent.
Monday or Tuesday.
Something superb.
Okay.
Superb. I go to your locker. And
You say well out of my locker.
if anyone there wants to make a bid for 2003 Cohiba Sublimes,
To their 2004 Sublimes.
Two-
Not that I've necessarily got any, but
send through a slight little email.
send it to him.
Done.
He wants his commission.
Cheers, guys.
I'll be lucky to get
Have
the
a
empty
great
box.
week. See you next week. Bye-bye.